Yo guys, I currently have a giveaway running, sneaked into this video, King or Queen, hashtag #1 DPS, Jing LIU or Imbibida Lune, where you can win one express supply pass. All you have to do is to go to the video and follow the steps that I did explain in this video, which is probably be subscribed to the channel, join the Discord server, which you can do over here, and comment down below if you do like Jing LIU or Imbibida Lune more. And that's all you have to do to take part in the giveaway and win this express supply pass. Currently, there are only 3 participants. I will still do the giveaway if there are only those 3 participants because they were able to take part on that giveaway. So yeah, I don't want to punish them for following all the rules, but you still have the chance to win this. I will do this giveaway until the 23rd, so after this video is out, you still have 2 days left to take part into that giveaway. Just go to this video and you probably can win the express supply pass just by following these instructions. But currently, all these 3 participants have a 33% chance to win this, which is the highest chance ever on any giveaway that I ever did. So yeah, don't miss out on your chance here. So with that being said, what is up guys, my name is Dre. Welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. In today's video, we're talking about a kind of popular format. I will go over the Jing LIU builds in my friend list. But before we hop into the topic of today's video, I just want to point you guys again to my YouTube short section. I post there a video literally every day. So definitely make sure to check that out, as well as the Discord server that I just mentioned before. All right. Okay, so I did this a couple of times. I probably will do this more so in the future for characters that I did pull as well, because if I pulled for a character, I have a much higher knowledge about the characters, because I use them myself and I read a lot about themselves. I theory craft a lot more if I do own that character. If I do not own that character, I still think that I have a very good understanding of everything into the game, every stat, every part that is important to build a character. But I do dive a lot deeper into this if I do own the character, which is the case for Jing LIU. So yeah, let's go over it. Let's scroll down and let's take a look. We have to take a look if the certain person that we're looking into has a Jing LIU. Okay, so we have our first Jing LIU here. And let's start right away. Okay, level 80. We have 4,000 HP, really good. 2,400 attack, also really good. 134 speed, which is the perfect speed threshold. It's not 1 too much, 1 too less. 134. I mean, if you want to be on the right side, you could do like 135. But I think 134 is really the perfect threshold for speed. I'm really a fan of not overcapping in speed for Jing LIU, so I would rather have like nearly exactly 134, which I do really like. Crit rate is a bit too much. I think she does only require like a maximum of 20% crit rate. So, or at least, okay, I'd say minimum 20% and maximum 20%. Like, you don't want to overcap too much. So the perfect ratio would like to transfer those 20% crit rate into like 40% crit damage if this is possible. But still, this Jing LIU is very good. It has 242 crit damage, which is still very insane. So yeah, but I don't know. I think like this is a little too much, because you don't need 50% crit rate, because she gets 50% crit rate from a trace as soon as it is level 10, and I assume that you should level this trace up to level 10, 50% crit rate. So most people also run like the 2-piece. Yeah, this 2-piece, the the Repellent Arena, where you do need to hit 70% crit rate. So all you need to do to have is 20% crit rate on her regular build, and then go into her Spectral Transmigration, where she gets 50% more crit rate, so she's on 70%. So 20% is enough crit rate as the threshold here. So yeah, Light Cone is the signature Light Cone, so nothing to say here. Talents are also pretty solid. Yeah, it's like 9, 9, 8, 10. I think there's nothing really to complain about. I assume that he still works on those talents. If you really want to be mindful with your resources, I think that you don't need to level up this at all, because I think there is never really a case where a Jing Liu wants to use her basic attack. You basically always just want to use E or ultimate, because you want to get those stacks, the syzygy stacks, so she gets into the spectral transmigration state. So I think there's no real reason to use her auto attacks ever. Yeah, this is the pretty standard build. I think this is like the most standard build that you can have. 4-piece Hunter of Glacial Forest and a 2-piece Rutilant Arena. Yeah, probably with an attack percentage rope, right? Yeah, so we have no energy recharge bonus here. Also, we have very high attack count. Yeah, overall, a very, very, very good Jing Liu here. Okay, let's continue. Let's today take a look like about 5 builds, I'd say. Okay, we have another Jing Liu here. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have 3,700 HP, really good. 2,200 attack. I think like that attack set doesn't really matter on Jing Liu. So if it's like under 2,000 attack, I think it's still fine as long as the other stats work. So okay, we have 143 speed, which is a lot faster than the other Jing Liu that we had. So she has like that one more. So she has the action value a little bit earlier in the cycle. I think it's still okay to overcap, but I'm more so a fan of 134, honestly. Especially if you pair, if you pair her with Bronya, I think I'm more so a fan of a little bit slower Jing Liu. If you don't pair her with Bronya, I think 141, 143 is like all right. Nothing to complain about. What we have to complain about is crit rate and crit damage ratio. Crit rate is like nearly 80%, which is way too much. As I already said, you only want to have a maximum of 20%. Okay, maybe you can go up to 30, maybe you can go up to a little bit more than 30%, but I think like you don't really want to have like 40 plus crit rate. You rather want to have it in crit damage. That's what she lacks in. Okay, and this is with this is with a energy recharge rope. This is really good. She over 2,000 attack with an energy recharge rope is really good, but the crit sets are not that good. And we're using Imbibitor Lune's weapon here. Traces on max, of course, and another standard build here. With the 2-piece Repellent Arena, 4-piece Glacial Forest. Is this with Eidolons? Oh, this is Eidolon 1. Even more insane. Eidolon 1 is really, really strong. So having Eidolon 1... Yeah, I don't know. If you have Eidolon 1, you definitely want to have more crit damage. I think all other steps are acceptable. Where you want to have less crit rate, but more crit damage. Definitely on this build. I actually also never would recommend to use Dan Hang's Light Cone. I'd rather use Fall of an Eon, the free-to-play weapon from the Hertha shop. So, third Jing Liu here. We have 4,000 HP, 2,000 attack. Okay, really good. 146 speed, really, really good. 18 crit rate. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You only need like about 20% crit rate. Okay, if she runs the 2-piece what's it called? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, runs a 2-piece Repellent Arena. Okay, for that you still need like 1.2% crit rate. Otherwise, you won't trigger the second part of the passive, because you need to hit 70% crit rate. Traces at 10, of course. So you will need that 1.2% crit rate. So you really need at least 20% crit rate, because otherwise you won't hit that 70% crit rate checkmark threshold or whatever. 185 crit damage is really, really good. We have no energy recharge rope. So I feel like this is very solid. Light Cone is a secret vow on Super Imposition 2. If you can manage to get the Fall of Eon on S5, I would recommend this over this weapon. But otherwise, this is a very solid 4-star weapon still, though. So I would rather pick the Fall of an Eon. I think that weapon is better. If you don't have her signature weapon, but this weapon is still alright. Traces is like every trace that is relevant is maxed. Relics, we did check already, and this is a E0. Yeah, definitely. So we are missing out on 1.2% crit rate. I think speed is fine. I already explained it before. If you use Bronya, then it's a little bit too much speed, or your Bronya have to be way faster than this. If you don't use Bronya, I think she can be a lot slower. Otherwise, all the other check marks, thresholds, whatever, are really good here. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, we have another one here. 3000, okay, a little bit less HP than the other ones, but I think it's still fine as long as you're like over 3k HP. You should be fine. Okay, 107 speed is very low. 30% crit rate is acceptable. And 214 crit damage is also really good. Okay, now we have to see why we're missing out on so much speed. So it should be attack percentage boots. That's why we have 2600 attack. And is it an energy recharge rope? So okay, no energy recharge rope, but attack percentage boots. I wouldn't run attack percentage boots and attack percentage rope, honestly. So I would like, if you run like energy recharge rope, I would run attack percentage boots. Like this is a possibility that you can do. You could also still run speed boots, but if you run like attack percentage boots, I would rather go for a energy recharge rope. Like, yeah, you have to think like, what is your first piece? Is your first piece the boots, or is your first piece the rope? In this case, I'd say that it is probably the boots. So it chooses to play attack percentage boots. So you should go for energy recharge rope. Yeah. Secret Vow, just talk about this, is still of a 70. Traces are still in the making, as we're seeing here. Oh, and this is an Inert Salsotto. Okay, I don't like this piece actually on her because it gives crit rate, even though it increases the ultimate damage. Follow-up attack is like whatever, because Jing Liu doesn't do follow-up attacks. Ultimate damage also she doesn't do that often, especially if you don't use an energy recharge rope. She will not even do it every 3 rotations. So this piece is like really bad actually. I would rather go for like effect resistance or something. Anything else I think could do more, will do more than this. I think this is like one of the worst that you can pick. So definitely don't pick this. Otherwise, the 4-piece Hunter of Glacial Forest is a standard one. No Eidolons here. Okay, sometimes it surprises me how people build their new characters. So I don't know. Of course, you have different options on building a character. It's not there's only one way to build a character, but there is multiple ways of building a character correctly. Okay, this one looks really good. Just on my first glance, this one is like, could be probably the best of the day. We have 4000 HP, over 4000 HP. This is really strong. We have 2500 attack. This is really strong. We have the second highest threshold that you want to hit, 141. This is the first that you want to hit after 134. We have 30% crit rate, which is also really good, and still 220% crit damage. This is like insane stat value. Okay. The perfect value would now if there is still the energy recharge rope, but yeah, we cannot complain about this. I think this is really good. S1, traces are maxed, of course. Standard relic build, Retillant Arena, Hunter of Glacial Forest. No Eidolons. Okay, this is pretty much the best of the day, honestly. So far, at least. Okay, let's see this one. 3000 attack, 3600 HP, 3000 attack, 111 speed, 53% crit rate, 233% crit damage. Okay, this is like not that good. I think this is way too much attack. Jing Liu has a very high diminishing return on attack because of her traces. She also gets a lot of attack, so you will get hit by diminishing return. I would rather put the attack into crit damage or into speed. So there are like 2 stats in here that are significantly too much. So you have too much attack and too much crit rate. So you rather want to put this crit rate into crit damage and this attack into speed. I think this would like be the more right way. Of course, it looks really strong if she has like these stats, but like diminishing return is way too high, so you don't want to have like that much of an attack. Yeah, this is the Lycon maxed here, standard build. and Eidolon 0. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at one more to end the video for today. Okay, this is the last Jing that we're looking at. So we have a 2100, 16.6% crit rate, 126. Okay, so we're missing out on the 134 speed threshold here. And if he runs the 2-piece Retilant Arena, we're missing on probably 4% crit rate. All other stats are very good. 220% crit damage is really good. Over 2000 attacks good. Nearly 4k HP. So let's see. We have an S1 weapon on level 60. Doesn't matter. Talents are pretty much set and done. And relic. Okay, another relic piece. Increases the wearer's crit damage by 16% when the wearer's current crit damage reaches 120% or higher. After entering the battle, the wearer's crit rate increases by 60% until the end of their first turn. Okay, this is a very good alternative. I like this. Celestial Differentiator is a very good alternative. It even puts on 16% crit damage. And we definitely go over 120% crit damage. So you get the 60% crit rate here. This is a very good alternative. So I still say Return Arena is much better because as you're hitting the right crit rate threshold, you just get a 20% damage boost, which is more valuable than 16% crit damage. But as long as this has like really good subsets, which it seems to have, I think it's still worth it to run this. And otherwise, this is a standard 4-piece with Eidolon 0. Yeah, really good. Okay, maybe I just want to check if anyone runs a build that is not standard. Okay, standard. Because so far, everyone did run a standard Jing LIU build. Okay, this is not even a build Jing LIU. Can we see if there's... Okay, there's no. Probably everyone runs the standard build. Which is, of course, not wrong, but I just wanted to see like a little bit of spice. I was hoping for that. So, yeah. That's it for today. Hope you guys do enjoy this type of content. I will definitely do continue this. Maybe for Topop because I'm thinking of summoning for her, but I'm not too sure. But definitely for the next character I summon, I will continue to make this reviewing my friends list build to see how my friends did build this. If you also want me to reviewing your characters, you just can add me. My UID is here. As you can see, I have like 40 places still left. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.